This video is thanks to Robert Foster. Now I have some Foster cousins, no pun intended, their last name's actually Foster. But I want to thank Robert Foster for building the Spartan Mower. I can't thank him enough. I used to live in the city, and when I lived in the city, I had to have a riding tractor because I have allergies, and using the push mower did not behoove me, so I had to have a riding tractor on less than a quarter of an acre of land. When I moved out to the country, which I'm so glad I did thanks to my wife, we ended up getting a whole lot more land than what I had before. And with that land, I knew that the riding tractor that I did have was just not good enough without spending a lot of time and a lot of investment in time in just cutting the grass. So I started looking for something new. The big thing for me, bigger deck, the less time spent on the lawn. So during my search, one of the things that popped up was Spartan. In doing my research on the different lawnmowers, Spartan came in, I guess you could say, with the right price tag and with all the features that I wanted. Had no idea how they would be, but I love the look and design. Now with that being said, I want to show you something. Like I said, I love Milwaukee, and anybody that knows me knows I'm a Milwaukee guy. And with that, there are only two decals or stickers that are worthy of going on my toolbox. One is Matthews, and the other is Spartan. While I was searching for a lawnmower, and I found the Spartan mowers with a 72-inch deck. Found some others, but while I found this one, this is the one that I decided that I just had to have, and I was going to order it offline because I knew no dealer around that had the Spartan. But I wasn't going to jump the gun too quick. We had just moved to the country, and I decided that I would wait until at least the next season. Now what I was cutting with before was a Husqvarna 48-inch cut. Once again, like I said, it was in the city. Only a quarter acre of land. It took me every bit of 10 minutes with that Husqvarna. 24 horsepower. No problems, no questions asked. But I went on a lot more property, like I said, which is a lot more investment, if any of you know or deal with your own lawn, in time on your property, just cutting grass and maintaining the lawn. So the 72-inch cut, once again, is what I was looking for. The next year came around, and my wife, to my surprise, decided to take me out to a company called Giles and Perry and hook me up with the lawnmower that I'd been dreaming about. And here it is behind me. This is the old mower. .24 horsepower, Briggs & Stratton, Husqvarna. I say it's old. You see, I take care of my stuff. Don't have a lot of hours on it. This is the Spartan XTF 72-inch deck. LED which is bright. You can look at other videos and see how bright that is. Some of the things I love about this mower: the seat with embroidery, also able to adjust to your weight limit. This thing has two 16cc easily accessible Parker hydrostatic transmissions. You see the battery's easy accessible. You got more cushion for your seat underneath. You have a pad that tells you what's going on with the motor, and it's also your keypad to crank it up. You have a fuel gauge that I know holds at least 5 gallons of gas. I'm going to say it holds 7 to 10. I'm not sure, but I know you take a 5-gallon jug to it and it will eat it up. You won't have any gas left in that 5-gallon jug, and that's somewhere around, I'm going to say, close to a half tank or so. So I'm not sure how much it holds, but I usually keep it more than empty. You have rims on it. So not only do you have a nice lawnmower with all the power you need, you also have looks as well. This here is an electronic fuel-injected Vanguard motor, which is made by Briggs & Stratton, which is on all of your high-end lawn equipment. This one particularly is a 37 horsepower motor, which means I can pretty much cut the lawn how I want to. Now them Parker transmissions, if I'm not mistaken, allows this thing to go about 14 miles an hour. Now Spartan don't put no claims on that, what they do, but just riding it, I guarantee you it does every bit of the 14 miles an hour. So when Dixie Chopper puts out there that they're the fastest on the market, Spartan, Robert Foster, is humble and not saying or acknowledging the same stat, but they run the same transmissions. So you go figure. Now one thing that I love, what I'm going to test out for y'all today, is the 2-inch receiver hitch. And this 2-inch receiver hitch, when I got it, I thought, you know what? I got to have that because I want to get a sprayer tank. And that sprayer tank would make it so easy to be able to hook up and spray any pest that I want. So you see I got it wired right here. All I have to do is unload and reload. But today, I'm going to give y'all more, because if you're anything like me, I had no clue what I was actually purchasing, or actually what my wife purchased for me. And I can't ever thank my wife enough for the luxury she gave me. This thing is way more than what I ever anticipated. And I'm going to show you why they deserve the spot on my Milwaukee toolbox. Spartan Mowers and Robert Foster, I can't thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see nothing but success in your future. And with that being said, because of this mower, I'm looking at your Intimidator now. I need it side by side. I could use it side by side. your Intimidator thrills me as it sits. Alright, so I don't really recommend what I'm fixing to do. Actually, matter of fact, I don't recommend it at all. However, I'm doing this only for Robert Foster to show him what his machinery is actually capable of. Now, when my wife purchased this unit for me, we made a joke, kind of, I thought, at Giles. And the guy told me that he knew a guy that pulled his boat out to the pond. And I laughed and I was like, all I want it for is the sprayer. That's it. I just want it for the sprayer. I want the 2-inch receiver for the sprayer. Anyway, we laughed about it. He's like, well, he said, I think it'll do more than that for you. But here we are today. What happened was my tractor broke down. I didn't have any way to pull through the woods. And I ended up, my wife telling me, reminding me, hey, you got a 2-inch receiver on your lawnmower. Why not try it? And I was like, yeah. So it started out there. So I started pulling trailers through the woods with it and everything. And as good as it done, here I am today. This is some of, I guess you could call the growing pains that I went through to find out what this tractor could actually do, and I had no clue. Either way, once again, I do not recommend what I'm fixing to do, but I'm doing this just for Robert Foster to say thanks. Alright, this is not what I do with this Spartan Mower. However, you just witnessed and watched this 4,600 pound 2012 5.0 Mustang get towed by the 72-inch Spartan Mowers made by Robert Foster. This trailer I don't know what it weighs because I've rubbed off the weight on it, but it weighs at least 1,000 pounds. So you can consider this almost 3 tons of weight that Spartan pulled. Now with that, don't think that I didn't manage the weight distribution. You can see back here, the car is not over the center wheels, so it's not distributed properly. However, the reason being is because Spartan Mowers engineered into their mower weight capacity, and once you drop it down to a certain limit, you will not be able to tow with it. It will shut the mower down. I bypassed that by weight distribution. With the weight distribution, I've done that just to show you what this Spartan is capable of. By no means do I do this, and this is the first time I've ever done this, but I wanted to show you how rigid and strong this mower is and how much I love it, and I'm appreciative to Robert Foster. Thank you so much. I couldn't possibly thank you anymore.